This video reveals 10 powerful lessons inspired by Stoic philosophy, teaching you why sharing your goals, finances, relationships, and inner struggles with others can often do more harm than good. True strength lies in quiet confidence, self-mastery, and protecting your personal peace. By guarding what's most sacred, you'll not only avoid unnecessary judgment and negativity, but also create a life of genuine happiness and success. Stay with me to uncover what you should never share with anyone, and why your silence can be your greatest power. Number 1. Your biggest goals and plans. One of the most powerful lessons from Stoic philosophy is the importance of keeping your biggest goals and plans to yourself. In a world where everyone shares their ambitions on social media, it might seem harmless, even motivating, to announce what you're working towards. But there's a hidden danger in doing so. When you share your goals too early, you give yourself a false sense of accomplishment. Psychologically, talking about your plans can trick your brain into thinking you've already made progress, reducing your drive to actually achieve them. This is known as the social reality phenomenon, where verbalizing your intentions satisfies your mind's craving for validation without any real work being done. Moreover, not everyone will support your journey. Some people may doubt you, discourage you, or subtly undermine your confidence. Their skepticism, whether intentional or not, can plant seeds of self-doubt that grow over time. Stoicism teaches us to remain focused on what we can control, our effort and mindset, rather than seeking approval or recognition from others. By keeping your biggest goals private, you protect them. You give yourself the freedom to work quietly, without external pressure or expectations. This allows you to stay flexible, make mistakes, and adjust your path without the weight of judgment. As the saying goes, work hard in silence, let success make the noise. So, the next time you feel the urge to announce your grand plans, pause and reflect. Let your results speak louder than your words. In this way, you'll not only preserve your motivation but also build the kind of inner strength and resilience that leads to true success. Number 2. Your financial details and income. One of the most important things to keep private is your financial situation, including your income, savings, and investments. While it may seem harmless to share how much you earn or what your financial goals are, Stoic philosophy teaches us that true wealth is found in self-control and peace of mind, not in public validation. When you reveal your financial details, you open yourself up to unnecessary judgment, jealousy, and even manipulation. People may begin to treat you differently, either by seeking favors, competing with you, or making assumptions about your lifestyle and character. This can lead to strained relationships and unwanted expectations. As Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Protecting your financial privacy helps you stay grounded and focused on what truly matters. Moreover, discussing your income often invites comparison, a destructive habit that steals your happiness and distorts your sense of self-worth. Financial journeys are deeply personal, and no two paths are the same. By keeping your earnings and financial strategies private, you free yourself from external pressure and the endless cycle of keeping up with others. In addition, financial information in the wrong hands can become a security risk. Identity theft, scams, and even workplace conflicts can arise when your financial details are too easily accessible. The Stoic approach here is simple: control what you can, and that includes guarding your personal information wisely. Ultimately, your financial situation is your own business, not a measure of your value as a person. Keep it private, stay humble, and let your financial stability be a quiet source of strength rather than a public display. Number 3. Your love life and relationship issues. Your personal relationships, especially your love life, are sacred and deserve privacy. Stoic philosophy reminds us that true peace comes from within, not from external validation or public approval. Sharing too much about your romantic life or relationship problems can create more harm than good. When you discuss your relationship issues with others, you invite outside opinions that may not have your best interests at heart. Friends or family might offer advice based on their own biases, experiences, or assumptions, which may not apply to your unique situation. Over time, this outside noise can create confusion, distrust, and unnecessary tension between you and your partner. Furthermore, constantly talking about your love life, whether good or bad, shifts your focus away from nurturing the relationship itself. As the Stoics teach, we should invest our energy into things we can control, our actions, communication, and emotional responses, rather than seeking validation or sympathy from others. A healthy relationship thrives on mutual respect, understanding, and trust, not on public scrutiny. Another reason to keep your love life private is to protect its intimacy. The more you share, the more you open the door to gossip, judgment, and sometimes even envy. People may project their own insecurities onto your relationship, subtly undermining what you've built together. By guarding your romantic life, you create a safe space for genuine connection and growth. Let your happiness and the strength of your relationship speak for itself, without the need for constant reassurance from the outside world. As the Stoics might say, true love flourishes in quiet strength, not in public performance. Number 4. Your weaknesses and insecurities. Your weaknesses and insecurities are deeply personal, and according to Stoic philosophy, they are not meant to be shared with just anyone. While vulnerability has its place in close, trusted relationships, revealing your deepest doubts and fears too openly can often do more harm than good. When you share your insecurities with others, you risk giving them power over you, whether intentionally or not. Not everyone will treat that information with care. Some may use it to manipulate, criticize, or undermine your confidence. Even well-meaning people might offer advice that, instead of helping, reinforces your self-doubt or makes you feel weaker. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By keeping your weaknesses private, you give yourself the space to work on them without external judgment or pressure. Self-improvement is an internal journey, and sharing your struggles too broadly often invites unhelpful comparisons or pity, neither of which serve your growth. Instead of seeking validation for your pain, Stoicism encourages you to build resilience by facing your challenges with quiet strength and dignity. Furthermore, when you avoid broadcasting your insecurities, you cultivate an air of quiet confidence. This doesn't mean denying your humanity. It means owning your imperfections without letting them define you in the eyes of others. The strongest people are often those who acknowledge their weaknesses privately and turn them into strengths over time. In the end, your insecurities are part of your story, but they don't need an audience. Guard them, work on them, and let your growth be the loudest thing about you. That's the Stoic way. Number 5. Your acts of kindness and good deeds. One of the most powerful teachings of Stoic philosophy is that true virtue seeks no recognition. When you perform acts of kindness or good deeds, they should come from the heart, not for applause or validation. Sharing or boasting about your generosity often diminishes its value, turning a noble act into a performance. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A man, when he has done a good act, does not call out for others to come and see, but he goes on to another act as a vine goes on to produce again the grapes in season." True kindness is self-sufficient. It doesn't need an audience. When you seek recognition for helping others, you risk turning compassion into a transaction. And that goes against the Stoic principle of doing good for its own sake. Moreover, talking about your good deeds can sometimes create resentment or discomfort in others. People may feel obligated to reciprocate or, worse, question the sincerity of your actions. Stoicism teaches us to act with humility and integrity, focusing on what we can control, our intentions and behavior. The impact of your kindness will speak louder when it's felt, not flaunted. Keeping your good deeds private also strengthens your character. It helps you build a sense of inner wealth, the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're making a positive difference without needing external praise. This selflessness creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to act kindly without expecting anything in return. In the end, the most meaningful acts of kindness are those done in silence, with no expectation of reward. That's where true virtue lives, and that's what Stoicism is all about. Number 6. Your family's private matters. Family is one of life's most sacred and personal aspects, and Stoic philosophy teaches us to protect what's private and cherish what's close to the heart. Sharing your family's issues, conflicts, or secrets with others often creates more harm than good, for you and for those you love. When you speak about your family's private matters, you expose your loved ones to judgment, gossip, and unnecessary scrutiny. People outside your family often lack the full context, yet they may feel entitled to form opinions or offer advice that could create division instead of healing. As the Stoics remind us, we cannot control how others perceive us, but we can control what we choose to reveal. And when it comes to family, discretion is a form of respect. Discussing internal family problems with outsiders can also weaken the trust within your household. When family members feel their personal struggles are being shared or discussed beyond the home, it creates feelings of betrayal, insecurity, and emotional distance. A strong family bond relies on the understanding that home is a safe space, where people's challenges and imperfections are held with compassion, not broadcasted for public consumption. Additionally, life is unpredictable, and family dynamics can shift over time. Sharing too much about temporary disagreements or hardships may lead to lasting reputational damage, long after the situation has been resolved. The Stoic way is to handle such matters with patience, forgiveness, and wisdom, focusing on maintaining harmony rather than seeking external validation or sympathy. In the end, your family's private matters are just that, private. Protecting them shows strength, maturity, and a deep understanding that some things are simply too precious to be shared with the world. Number 7. Your personal struggles and failures. Stoic philosophy teaches us that struggles and failures are part of life, but they are not meant to be broadcasted to the world. While modern culture often encourages sharing hardships for sympathy or validation, the Stoics believed in facing difficulties with quiet strength and resilience. When you openly discuss your personal struggles, you risk being judged, misunderstood, or even pitied. Not everyone will offer genuine support. Some may see your hardships as a sign of weakness, while others might secretly feel relieved that you're struggling. Epictetus wisely stated, "We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them." By keeping your struggles private, you take control of your own narrative rather than letting others define it for you. Moreover, sharing failures too soon can have long-term consequences. If you speak about setbacks while you're still emotionally processing them, you may receive discouraging opinions that weaken your resolve. The Stoic mindset teaches that failures are lessons meant for internal reflection, not for public consumption. Instead of seeking validation, focus on learning and growing in silence. Once you overcome your struggles, your success will speak for itself. Additionally, oversharing failures can create a negative self-image. When you repeatedly talk about what went wrong, you reinforce the idea that you are defined by your past mistakes. True strength lies in moving forward without needing external approval. As Marcus Aurelius advised, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In the end, your struggles are your own to conquer. Keep them private, learn from them, and let your resilience, not your hardships, be the story you tell the world. Number 8. Your future ambitions and strategies. One of the most powerful lessons from Stoic philosophy is the importance of keeping your future ambitions and strategies private. While it's tempting to share your big dreams and plans with others, doing so often weakens your resolve instead of strengthening it. When you talk too much about what you're going to do, you create a false sense of accomplishment. Psychologically, your brain rewards you for simply speaking about your ambitions, giving you a premature feeling of success. This phenomenon, known as social reality, can reduce your motivation to take real action. As Epictetus reminds us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. The same applies to your goals. Don't announce them, work towards them quietly. Additionally, not everyone will understand or support your ambitions. Some people may project their fears or limitations onto you, offering discouraging opinions or subtle negativity that plant seeds of doubt. Others may envy your vision and quietly hope for your failure. Sharing your plans with the wrong audience often invites unnecessary obstacles, The Stoic approach is to remain focused on what you can control, your effort, discipline, and persistence, rather than seeking external validation. By keeping your ambitions private, you protect them. You allow yourself the freedom to adapt, change direction, or even fail without the pressure of an audience watching your every move. This privacy creates a mental fortress, allowing you to pursue your goals with clarity and inner strength. In the end, let your results speak louder than your words. When you achieve what you set out to do, the success will be undeniable, and the journey will have been yours alone. That's the quiet power of the Stoic way. Number 9. Your spiritual beliefs and practices. Your spiritual beliefs and practices are deeply personal, and Stoic philosophy suggests that such matters are best kept private. True spirituality is an inward journey, one of reflection, discipline, and connection with something greater than yourself. When you share these intimate aspects too openly, you risk turning something sacred into a spectacle. One reason to keep your spiritual path private is that it frees you from judgment and misunderstanding. Not everyone will share your beliefs, and some may criticize, question, or challenge what brings you peace and purpose. Marcus Aurelius, a deeply spiritual Stoic, believed in living according to nature and virtue, not in debating philosophy with those unwilling to understand. In the same way, your spiritual journey is not something that requires validation from others. When you constantly discuss your spiritual practices, there's also the danger of ego creeping in, spirituality becoming more about appearance than authentic connection. The Stoics emphasized humility and self-mastery, not spiritual grandstanding. As Epictetus said, "Don't talk about your philosophy, embody it." True faith and practice are visible through your actions, your compassion, and your integrity, not through words or displays of piety. Moreover, keeping your spiritual life private allows it to evolve naturally. As you grow, your beliefs may shift, and having the freedom to explore that without external pressure is essential. Sharing too much too soon can trap you in a rigid identity, making it harder to follow your own path. In the end, spirituality is a quiet force that shapes who you are, not something that demands attention. Protect that sacred space, and let your life, not your words, reflect the depth of your beliefs. Number 10. Your resentments and grudges. Stoic philosophy teaches that holding on to resentments and grudges only harms the person who carries them. But what's equally important is understanding that sharing these negative feelings with others often makes things worse, not better. Some burdens are best dealt with privately, through reflection and inner work, not public venting. When you speak about your resentments too often, you give them power. Every time you relive a past slight or betrayal in conversation, you reopen the wound and reinforce the negative emotions. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Dwelling on grievances, especially in front of others, only strengthens your attachment to the pain. Moreover, sharing grudges invites unnecessary drama. People may take sides, offer unhelpful advice, or even stir up more conflict. What starts as a private frustration can quickly become a public issue, creating tension and damaging your reputation. The Stoic approach is to rise above petty conflicts, practicing forgiveness, not for the benefit of others, but for your own peace of mind. Keeping your resentments private also gives you the mental space to process them thoughtfully. Instead of seeking validation or sympathy, you can ask yourself, is this something I can control? If not, as the Stoics remind us, it's best to let it go. True strength lies in mastering your reactions, not in holding on to bitterness. In the end, your resentments and grudges are not stories that need an audience. They are lessons, meant to be learned quietly and released. By keeping them private, you free yourself from their grip and move forward with grace and dignity. That's where true Stoic strength resides. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss how we can all live more stoically. If you found value in this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more wisdom, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Stay wise, stay focused, And remember, sometimes the greatest strength is in what you keep to yourself. Thanks for watching.